Assalamu alaikum. 6 p.m. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Farzan Khan. First, the headlines. Accountability Court Islamabad today reserved its judgment in Avonfield case against former Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif and his family to be announced on Friday. Chief Justice of Pakistan has called for evolving a uniform policy to check current trend of population growth in the country. Asian Development Bank has shown keen interest in establishing a unit for public-private partnership in Pakistan Railways. In Afghanistan, 5 government soldiers were killed when Taliban attacked a military base in Faryab province today. China's embassy in Washington has issued a security advisory to Chinese nationals traveling to the United States amid trade tension between the two countries. In the third match of T20 Triangular Series at Harare, Australia beat Zimbabwe by 100 runs today. And now the news in detail. The Accountability Court Islamabad has reserved its judgment in Avonfield case against former Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif and his family members to be announced on Friday. Judge Mohammad Bashir reserved the verdict today after hearing the case for 10 months. Earlier, counsel for Maryam Nawaz concluded his final arguments. The Supreme Court has summoned former Finance Minister Ishaq Dar and former Finance Secretary Dr. Waqar Masood on Monday in the case regarding appointment of Ataullah Qasmi as chairman of Pakistan Television. A 3-member bench headed by Chief Justice Saqib Nisar will hear the case. A 3-member bench of the Supreme Court, headed by Chief Justice Mia Saqib Nisar, has expressed dissatisfaction over steps taken so far at the federal and provincial levels to check the population growth. Hearing a case pertaining to population growth in Islamabad today, the Chief Justice regretted that no serious step has been taken to raise awareness amongst masses on the matter. Declaring the growing population at a time bomb, Mia Saqib Nisar said the country has no resources to provide better education, health, and other amenities to its population. He emphasized that a uniform policy needs to be evolved to check current trend of population growth. NAB Chairman Javed Iqbal has sought report of alleged illegal allotment of commercial and industrial land allotted in Gawada Industrial Estate Development Authority, GIDA. According to a press release issued today, Chairman NAB took notice of the alleged complaint and ordered inquiry into an alleged multi-billion-dollar scam featuring illegal land allotment in Gawada after reports of private individuals being allotted 3.167 acres of land worth 70 billion rupees in the port city. Javed Iqbal sought complete report from DG NAB Balochistan regarding allotment of commercial and industrial land in Gaida within 15 days. The Election Commission has fixed 5th and 10th of this month as last dates for submission of applications to respective returning officers under 2 different categories to get postal ballot papers for casting vote. According to the Election Commission, the government employees, special persons who have been issued Nadra identity card for special persons and prisoners can send their applications for postal ballot papers by Thursday. Under the second category, the polling staff, policemen and troops who have been deputed on election duty can submit their applications seeking ballot papers by 10th of this month. The returning officers have been directed by the Election Commission to dispose of all applications received by 20th of this month. All the returning officers will provide all details about the ballot papers to the Election Commission by 22nd of this month. Balochistan High Court upheld the decision of returning officer and appellate tribunal disqualifying provincial president Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf Sardar Yar Mohammad Rind for the forthcoming general elections. A 2-member bench of the High Court comprising Justice Naeem Akhtar Afghan and Justice Nazir Lango announced the verdict in Quetta today. Sardar Yar Mohammad Rind had filled his nomination papers for NA 260 Kaji and BP 17. This is Radio Pakistan giving you the news. U.S. Principal Deputy Assistant Secretary LSG Wells called on Army Chief General Qamar Javed Bajwa in Rawalpindi today. During the meeting, views were exchanged on issues of mutual interest, regional security and cooperation between both the countries. LSG Wells commended the sacrifices and resilience of the people and armed forces of Pakistan and appreciated the role Pakistan Army has played in battling the scourge of terrorism. Both reaffirmed the commitment towards the common goal of peace and stability in the region and discussed matters towards that end. They also agreed on continued engagement at multiple levels. Pakistan has requested Indian government to expedite repatriation of the body of Pakistani patient Ms. Zainab, who was undergoing treatment in India and tragically passed away. In a tweet message, Foreign Office spokesperson Dr. Muhammad Faisal said that our High Commission in New Delhi is actively pursuing the issue. He expressed deep grief over the demise of Zainab and extended condolences to her family. In occupied Kashmir, the Joint Resistance Leadership has expressed serious concern over the use of aggressive measures by India and its stooges against the unarmed civilians in the territory. The leadership, comprising Saeed Ali Gilani, Mir Waiz Umar Farooq and Mohammad Yasin Malik, in a statement issued in Srinagar, condemned the nocturnal raids and ransacking of the properties of the Kashmiris by the Indian troops and police personnel. The leadership, quoting the killing of a youth, Mudassar Ahmed Bhatt from Srinagar, said that the youth were being killed in custody under the garb of so-called Operation All Out. The leadership appealed to the international community, including the United Nations, to resolve the lingering Kashmir dispute in the interest of peaceful and prosperous South Asia. 5 Afghan soldiers were killed when Taliban stormed a temporary military base in Shirin Tagab district of the northern Faryab province today. Deputy to Provincial Council Sibghatullah Selab confirmed the incident, while Taliban claimed to have killed 8 soldiers in the attack. The U.S. government has moved to block China Mobile Company from offering services to the country's telecommunications market, recommending its application be rejected because the firm poses national security risks. The move by President Donald Trump's administration comes amid growing trade frictions between Washington and Beijing. Meanwhile, during a media briefing, Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesman Lu Kang has urged the United States to abandon Cold War thinking and zero-sum games. He said China always encourages its companies to operate in accordance with market rules and to respect the laws of the countries it operates in. He also asked the United States to stop putting unreasonable pressure on Chinese firms. In Malaysia, former Prime Minister Najib Razak has been arrested over corruption charges. Earlier, he was barred from leaving the country. He would be charged in court tomorrow. Iran's President Hassan Rouhani has said regional oil exports may be threatened if the United States tries to pressure its allies to stop buying Iranian crude oil. During a visit to Switzerland, he said that Americans do not know the repercussions of their efforts to block Iran. And now cricket. In the third T20 of Tri-Series at Harare, Australia beat Zimbabwe by 100 runs today. Batting first, Australia scored 229 runs for 2 in stipulated 20 overs. For Australia, Aaron Finch set a new record in individual score category by scoring 172 runs. In reply, Zimbabwe could manage just 129 for 9 in 20 overs. Aaron Finch was declared man of the match. And finally, the weather. Rain and thundershowers with gusty winds are expected at a number of places in Lahore, Rawalpindi, Gujranwala, Sargodha and Faisalabad divisions, Islamabad and Kashmir, at scattered places in Malakand, Hazara, Peshawar, Mardan, Kohat, Bannu, Diyai Khan and Sahiwal divisions, Fata, Gilgit-Baltistan, while at isolated places in Job, DG Khan, Bahawalpur and Multan divisions during the next 12 hours. However, heavy falls are also expected at isolated places in Lahore, Gujranwala, Rawalpindi, Faisalabad, Sargodha, Kohat division and Kashmir. Hot and humid weather is expected elsewhere in the country. And that is the end of the news. For more news and analyses, log on to our website radio.gov.pk and also watch live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.